So the Duke and Duchess of Netflix, or is it Spotify? They haven't been on Netflix yet, have they? I know Netflix paid them millions to do something and then they didn't do it after all that time. So I'm sure Netflix ditched them. Anyway, who cares? Let's call them the Duke and Duchess of Spotify because she's finally made a podcast on there. And she's also done a magazine interview. I'm talking, of course, about Meghan Markle and her assistant, Prince Harry. And she slagged off the royal family yet again because this woman, when she says things about what happened during her time with the royal family, people come out and refute her. These are people who are willing to give their names and faces in interviews and say, well, I was there and this didn't happen, such as the alleged fire in a South African building. I think she said it was a mud hut, didn't she? Or a little house. She said some derogatory term that was offensive to the South Africans anyway. It turns out they were in a South African mansion after all that. And that fire didn't happen. She says the fire happened in their kiddie, Archie's bedroom, and they were still being forced to make royal engagements. Well, it turns out, according to sources, that was a load of cobblers, like everything else she says. And then she gave yet another tell-all interview to Cut magazine. Now, if you're thinking like I'm thinking, then you know there's a letter N missing from the title. And some of that interview, in fact, I'd say most of it, because I've read it, is literally just condescending, self-serving, virtue signalling, pity me, I am the victim tripe. And Meghan is claiming that her and her assistant Harry, they were considering and preparing to go absolutely anywhere to escape their life in Britain. They were absolutely desperate to leave, and while they were thinking of all these places to go, an actor and director, Tyler Perry, offered them his home in California. And she said, anything just because, just by existing, we were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy. So we go, okay, fine, let's get out of here, happy to. And this is the bit which really makes her out to be the I am the victim, I forgive you. There's always that someone, isn't there? We've all known someone who is a bit of an arse. And when it comes to consolidation and making up with them, and even though they've been at fault and the cause of everything and the arguments and the splits, whatever, they've got the gumption, they've got the front, they've got the blast balls to say, oh, I forgive you. There's always one, and she's one of them. So she says she really made an active effort to forgive both her in-laws and members of her own family, and that since she stepped back from royal duties, she hasn't had to sign anything that restricts her from talking, but she is still healing from the ordeal. And she also let slip here on purpose that she said in private, Harry has referred to losing his dad in the process. So if that was private and Harry didn't want that getting out there, everyone knows now because of Meghan Markle. And she has said that because she likes the drama. So now everyone knows that because of what's happened, because of her, and I know it takes two to tango, it's both her and Harry's fault that they say they escaped and found freedom, as that stupid book suggests. But now Prince Charles and Harry literally don't have a relationship. They've fallen out. And this is what happens, folks. So take note when a narcissist is dating a family member and is able to brainwash them into thinking that, well, this is the only person who's ever done anything for me, which is in effect Stockholm Syndrome. Because this narcissist is clearly treating the family member like shit, and probably blaming them for their ills and everything going wrong. And yet they've conditioned this person to think that, you know, they're the only person who's ever done anything for them. And that's how narcissists work, folks. And it's up to the family member to make that break and be free and reunite with the family. So from what I've seen, it's the royal family who bent over backwards to accommodate Meghan Markle. They invited everyone from every multicultural, diverse ethnicity community going to the wedding, and Meghan Markle only invited one black woman, and that was her mother. And despite being called out for all the lies she said during interviews, and she still hasn't named the member of the royal family who allegedly commented on their kid Archie's skin colour. But she put that out there, and that's enough to make people speculate and point the finger. This woman is a narcissist. She has a stranglehold on Harry, and it'll all be over soon, folks, because she's had... is it 2? How many kids she has now? 2 or 3 from the son of Princess Diana. She's set for life, with Harry or not. And that's what it's all about all along. The fame, the celebrity, the money. and being given exclusive platforms to spew your bile, your virtue signalling, hypocritical climate change bollocks. And it is bollocks because they've been preaching at people flying and taking trips on holiday using planes, obviously, and then they're using jets themselves, which have a higher carbon footprint than a passenger jet. So it's all utter nonsense, isn't it? But, you know, she'll keep doing this. She'll keep spewing the lies and just being an arse because I believe she actually gets off on it. But there we go. That's my video. That's what I think. What do you think? Am I too harsh on Meghan Markle? Have I got her to a T? Or am I completely wrong? Let me know in the comments. And that is it. Until my next video, take care of yourselves. Have a lovely day. And Roger Trout.